All right, welcome aboard Celebrity Infinity, room 7199. Come on a tour with us. We have not seen this stateroom yet. We're just getting to see it for the first time, so wonderful experience to get to share with you a little bit. They just updated this not too long ago, so some newer amenities were some upgrades to the bathroom with the shower being a lot nicer. They used to have shower curtains, and now this is August 16th of 2025. As you can see, they've replaced those with glass doors. But beautiful, spacious lavatory there. And then coming through, still many of the same basic features as the original or some of the older videos you might see on the internet about this room. But it's been updated slightly. Some nice artwork. And plenty of storage space for all your wants and desires and needs. Complimentary champagne for getting underway here. But really, the biggest perk of this room, we were actually in another Sunset Suite, which was right down the hall a little ways. But really, this corner room has so much more space on the balcony. That was a huge piece of why we chose this room over the others that were out there. Now, if I can figure out how to open it, that will really help things. Might be locked. Oh, I see. Okay, here we go. So as you can see, the balcony is much bigger than a lot of the other staterooms in this class. And it gives you a wonderful view. It's a corner, so you have the benefit of this all the way down the side of the ship, as well as up the back of the ship, off the aft end of the ship. So we're still in the port of Piraeus, waiting to set sail. We're actually very early in the day on check-in day, so this gives us a good chance to look at the ship before a whole lot of people have embarked. But stay tuned. let's talk the perks of the retreat. Is it really worth it? We just took we are still on a 7-day Greek Isles cruise on Celebrity Infinity, and we've been staying in the retreat for the last few days. And so we have a pretty good idea of everything that's involved and everything that it entails with the retreat pass, let's say. So is it worth it for you? Well, what do you think, Steph?
For the balcony, it's totally worth it for me. I love the huge balcony.
Yeah, so let's put this in context. So we are in a sunset suite on the Celebrity Infinity, but I want to give you a little piece of advice, because you can get just a regular balcony on a sunset balcony or a sunset suite, or you can get the oversized balcony on the sunset suite, which is only available in only about 6 different staterooms on this ship. So we are in room 7199, which you will see in other YouTube videos, has been filmed in the past. This one, we're giving you an update on how the room looks now after some revitalization of the ship and refurbishment. But also, just to kind of give you an idea, that these staterooms are very select and very few, but you can actually call Celebrity Cruise Lines and ask them to move to one of these open staterooms if they're open, right? So that's actually what we did. We were actually 3 staterooms over into the center of the ship, so we would have had a better view of the wake. However, we would have lost about, I don't know, what do you think, 10 feet, 15 feet of balcony space on our balcony. It's quite a substantial amount of real estate that you're losing if you don't get one of these suites. And it's very possible that they are just sitting wide open for you to call. So the way I handled this was we were, like I said, 2 or 3 staterooms to the starboard side of the ship from where we are now. We're on the far port side of the ship, which is wonderful. It's been a great room the entire cruise, I would say, wouldn't you?
But to put it in perspective, you can see all the way across the back of the ship and all the way up the side of the ship.
Yes, so you really have like a 270-degree view on this room. This is well worth your taking a little extra time to call Celebrity and book this room, or one similar to it if you can. These are the rooms that are on the outside edges of the ship. In fact, let me just show you. Up above us is one of the overhangs of the balconies that are like ours, but there's literally only 6 of these on the Millennium class ships that exist. So for you to get one of these staterooms, you would have to book a sunset suite, and then you would have to ask probably to move out to one of these outer edges. It's totally worth it, because I want to take and give you just a moment to see what it is that we're seeing. So let me just go ahead and show you. Well, hello everyone. So sorry, we experienced a little bit of technical difficulty with some of our videos not quite turning out the way we wanted, and so we've decided to fill in some of the gaps after the cruise to kind of give you an idea of whether we thought the retreat experience was worth it or not overall. Because obviously we kind of went off on a tangent there on that last segment about the room, and we forgot to kind of double back and say whether we thought the retreat was worth it or not. And so some of this is a little bit subjective. I think Stephanie would agree with me. We've been home for about a month and a half now, and we had 0 buyer's remorse on our purchase of that cruise. I think that was an exceptional value for what we got out of it overall. We really enjoyed the Celebrity Infinity. I've been on quite a few different ships, having been in the Navy for 20 years and then also being a avid cruiser myself. So we have had plenty of chances to see ships of various age groups, and I would say that the Celebrity Infinity is well maintained for the age of ship that it is, and it was apparent throughout our cruise. They were always taking care of the ship in different areas. There was a staff that was routinely cleaning up areas and painting and things of that nature. So the Celebrity has done an amazing job of taking care of the ship. But back to the discussion of the retreat. Did we think the retreat was absolutely worth it? Well, like I said, it's subjective. But I think for the value of what you get included with the retreat, Lumine, absolutely worth it. The drinks package, the premium drinks package was worth it. I think if let me caveat that here in a second, and we'll talk about the premium drinks package and premium Wi-Fi. We used it obviously quite a bit. We have 5 kids at home, so we used it to converse with our kids on video conferencing or video calls, and it worked well the entire time we were on the cruise. So we really enjoyed that. And then just some of the other perks, like the retreat lounge was a nice quiet place to go and sit and relax. The butler service, we actually did not use it as much as we probably could have, but I think it was wonderful to have that extra kind of attention to anything that we possibly could need. It was one of the greatest things about the retreats package was with that premium drinks package was or the retreat package for the premium drinks. We ended up using a lot of the bottles of water as we were on the ship, and they were all complimentary with that package. So that made it really nice for us to not have a huge water bill, evidently, on the backside. Because as we were going out on excursions, we would just fill up our water bottles from the nice Evian glass water bottles, which were kind of a little over the top for us, but we really enjoyed it. So for the caveat of whether the retreat is worth it, I think it is. For us, we would do it again in a heartbeat. However, you do want to probably measure or gauge how much of your cruise you're planning on actually spending on the ship. And this is something that we didn't really look at too closely because we were doing it for our anniversary, and so we were kind of splurging, knowing that we were splurging. But if you were not spending a few of your days in ports, kind of just doing a partial port day and coming back to the ship, if you're just going to sleep on the ship and then go out and party around the ship or go to different events, and you're kind of a social being that is always outside of your room, it may not be worth it for you. And if you're not going to have more than a few drinks a day, then maybe the drinks package isn't really that worth it for you. And the Wi-Fi, I mean, if you're not a person that uses digital technology a whole lot, that might not be worth it for you. So it was kind of an all-inclusive look for us as we decided whether we thought that suite was worth it, or the retreat was worth it. The suite itself was very sweet. It was something that we really enjoyed. We probably didn't use the living room area of it that much. We used the bedroom area and the obviously the patio or the deck area out the back, the balcony. That was probably where we spent when we were in the room. I would say it was about probably more 60-70% of the time was out on the balcony, and if we were sleeping, we were sleeping. But we really enjoyed the balcony, and that corner balcony is a hack of a travel hack. If you ever are in the market for a sunset suite, look for that corner balcony because it was well worth it. But the retreat overall, I would say Lumine is fabulous, and the staff they've selected the right staff for every position on their ships that I could tell. Between our steward, she was great, but the butler was. We had 2 butlers, one swapped out early on, and so the one that we had for the majority of the cruise was fabulous. He actually went way above and beyond for our anniversary and kind of did this whole big banner inside our room and lights and 2 swans on the bed and flower petals everywhere. It was amazing, and it was just kind of. I thought we'd get like a little card or something, but they went above and beyond, and that was really good. And then our wait staff and all the staff at Lumine
was just fabulous. We didn't have any regrets about that decision, that part of the whole thing. It was not just regrets. It was fabulous. The food was exquisite. The recommendations of the wait staff and our waiter specifically was on point every time. It was like we deviated from it a few times, and he would be like, "Well, here, I brought you this anyways," and it was fabulous. His choices were on point. So we ended up after a while going, yeah, we'll just trust your judgment over ours. So, but I would say, that's what you get from this. It is really a top-notch experience if you're going to go to the retreat level of your purchase, right? So you probably want to measure in or calculate whether or not if you're going to add in those drink packages or add in the Wi-Fi or you're adding in some specialty dining. We went to the Tuscan Grill one night, and I think it was even a notch above probably Lumine. However, with Lumine, I would say that you may find that you don't really need to do a specialty dining. And I'm not saying don't, because there is some great value in those specialty dinings. But I'm saying it really was such an elevated experience on its own that we even had at one point kind of balked it. Well, maybe we don't need to go to Tuscan Grill. Well, that would have been a mistake. But I'm just saying that Lumine is that good. It really makes it feel like you're at a specialty restaurant many of the nights. So there's still room for it's kind of like anything else where there's always a bigger, better, but Lumine is pretty good. So I would highly recommend it. I think overall that was our experience, and that's what we felt about that cruise. We're definitely looking forward to the next one. In fact, I'm already booking our next one with Celebrity, and we're booking a couple others out there. So that's how we look at things when we start booking travel for others. Is what is your end goal in mind for this travel? For us, it was the anniversary, and it was go big. So. But that's not every cruise, and that's not every vacation you take. And so there's different levels of expectations. And so we would be happy to help you if you ever need any help at Datum Travel Services. You can look us up at www.traveldatum.com, or you can call us at 1-844-60-DATUM, and we would be happy to help you. A lot of times we have to get back to you because we're either helping other customers or we're running around the world with our 5 kids and doing crazy stuff. So, but we definitely look forward to helping you in any way we can. Hopefully this has been a resource for you. This video has given you an idea of what the possibilities are for not just Celebrity Cruises and the Celebrity Infinity, but specifically for the retreat and for that room 7199 that we were in. There's some older videos, so I encourage you to go kind of see what the differences is, because they've done a great job updating it. They've added some different color schemes in there that kind of modernized the room, and overall it was a very comfortable room to be in, and I enjoyed it immensely, and so did Steph. So but if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to it, to our channel if you think it might be of value to you going down the road. We don't do a ton of videos, and we're not trying to become the next biggest influencer. We're really just about being a resource for you and helping you out. So hopefully it did. Let us know if we could do anything better or have any questions. Feel free. We have a free consultation, so if you think you might need a travel agent, or it might just be handy to hear what we could possibly bring to the table in your next travel adventure, please feel free to give us a call or schedule a consultation online at our website, and we look forward to seeing you somewhere down the road. God bless. Well, that's just ruined that take.